What's going on? This is Tyson McGuffin. This is another episode of Boiler Room Breakdown. I'm with my man K-Mac. K-Mac, what is going on?
What's up, everybody? Ready to tackle some footage with my man here.
Crack it down, break it down. All right, so this is John May and I, LA Open, second game, playing the Johns boys. Let's check it out here. All right, so far corner, you got the Johns boys. Near corner, we have John May and I playing some D because I just dropped up a third. And look at that. Put some pressure on him, played some D. Let's take a look here. Okay, so Colin puts a return on me, goes inside foot. I float this. Looks like John May is very trustworthy of my drop there, K-Mac, if you know what I mean. Don't know if he should be if I'm taking a backhand drop off my inside foot. I definitely know he should stay his ass back.
Yeah, I feel like, to me, I think at your level, you're going to make most of your drops, right? So it's fine to, take a step or two right after you hit it. But the moment you realize it's high, you should be breaking down. I would say Jaume should have probably split-stepped maybe a little earlier, recognized that the paddle was high, probably overcommitted at least by a full step here. But sometimes that happens.
So we kind of break down in transition, play a little scrappy. I'm going tip down there with my technique. Ben decides to come at me here. Probably not the best decision, right, K-Mac? I think if you're on the opposing side, you're taking a 4-6 and an 8. John May's a sitting duck there. Yeah. I scooted back. I'm looking to have more time. Ben should be taking this ball where here, K-Mac?
Yeah, right at Jaume. Jaume, when he sees that you're getting beat up in transition and retreating, he should be sagging back with you. The moment that Ben sees that Jaume doesn't do that, he has a high ball above the height of the net. You always want to finish or hit your finishing shots at the person closer to you, more of your placement shots at the person further away.
All right, so we end up getting away with murder here. Jaume gets out of the way, gets that sweet little Spanish ass out of the way, and point for us here. Up 1-0. Won the first game 11-7. Looking to take down Benny and Colin.
You guys have a little momentum here in game two.
All right, big serve. Bang the third. Oh, yeah. All right, let's see here. So looks like second game. They're deciding to put the return on me, in which I love.
Yeah,
because I'm gonna let my little Spanish. I'm gonna let my little Spanish devil get up there and cause some havoc. So deep serve, shorter return. I'm banging kind of inside foot near CJ. Looks like CJ may have saved us, but Jaume was able to get in there and get his hands dirty. Well, yeah, and I think what Jaume does, you both do the right thing. When the return goes to you, you guys know that you don't want to just rely on winning all your points, out-dinking the Johns brothers. You're going to fully send Jaume to disconnect. He's straddling the middle line, so completely camped out in the middle of the court. And then you play your drive also right up the middle. It's almost impossible for CJ to keep this volley low and away from Jaume. Maybe he does play an out ball on the next one, but very tough to get out of the way. And this is what you want to do when you're doing that shake and bake is shrink the court and limit those angles. And K-Mac, tell me, some of the best poachers out there, what do they do with their first step and what makes them so successful when they are poaching? Yeah, so obviously they're going to be explosive with their first step. They're going to take an angle to the middle and really make sure that they're breaking down in time. You see that full split step, which allows you to take a lateral step either direction by the time the volley is being made, and Jaume does a nice job of that here. I like it. Yeah, and I think something that K-Mac did not mention, or maybe he did, was, I just think being fully committed. Right. Trusting that your partner's drive is going to get down, being fully committed, getting in their vision, splitting, making yourself nice and big, and just being explosive with that first step moving forward, and then being explosive after you split to get to that volley to crash on the fifth. And I think one thing also to point out here, it didn't end up mattering in this play, but it almost did, is right after Tyson hit the drive, what a lot of players do, even when their partner's kind of baking off the shake there, they will try to come in off their drive and join the party. Well, it does a couple of things incorrectly. Is it forces Jaume to now feel like, oh, where's my partner? And it kind of hurts his free range, but it limits your ability to come up and around. So that volley would have gone behind Jaume, ended up going out, but Tyson could have swung up and around in that modified I formation and still filled in the gap that way because he stayed back. Like it. Big serve, big drive, and let the Spanish Devil crash. All right, 2-0 here. Okay. Ooh, we like it, K-Mac.
Oh, yeah.
We like it. Okay. Looks like they opted to put the return kind of more middle near Jame's inside foot. Jame loves the drive for a small guy. Gets a lot of easy pop. I'll tell you what. K-Mac, just to talk us through Jame's timing on that drive and how that little man is able to hit the living snot out of the forehand or the backhand.
Well, he uses his whole body, right? He maximizes all his big muscles. He gets some nice rotation. All right, he's not just relying on his arm or even just paddle head speed. He gets a nice unit turn here. Usually goes a little bit more open stance.
Yeah, he does.
But nice and relaxed through contact. See how he drops the head of the paddle and getting that full rotation with his body on the follow through, which he does a nice job on his two-handed backhand as well.
He does. He's got a lively arm, gets a lot of hip rotation, and just sick timing. All right, so drop to CJ's inside foot. Got a little floater. Looks like Benny. Let's see here. He's kind of camped out backhand. So he's sitting hard middle. I'm playing with fire. And yeah, decided to give him a little 30% poke down the middle. If it were to come back to that same spot, I was kind of sitting and camping. Pops up the dink, poke. That's all she wrote. I like it.